Welcome back. Today we're doing a vegan pasta. So we're going to start with the pasta part. I'm going to just get that boiling while we get the rest of the ingredients started. So that is organic whole wheat pasta, a penne. Yeah, that's my Bob, or low sodium salt, but I call him Bob. He's my mascot. Now while that is boiling, follow the instructions on your pasta box. I'm gonna get my sauce started. Today, instead of doing meat, this is why it's vegan, we're using TVP, which is textured vegetable protein. And this is gonna be 2 cups I'm starting with. And just adding boiling water, enough to kind of cover it. You can follow the instructions on the bag if you find the Bob's Red Mill brand or another brand that you enjoy. But I just do enough boiling water to cover it because the sauce is also going to be absorbing in this. So I don't want it too mushy. I still want a nice texture to it. It's not going to taste like meat. It's not going to have the texture of meat, but it's definitely going to be pleasing. Get cutting up some green bell pepper. Sorry, I missed last week. You know, life happens. But I'm with you guys this week. And I'm going to clean out those seeds and get that cut up real big. Let's do some big dices for this because we're going to saute this with some onions. All right, we got a half an onion I'm going to use. Quick and easy to peel off. This one is a white onion, but of course you could use any type of onion you like. It could be red, could be Vidalia, but I chose white onion for this recipe. Yep, just 3 big slices and just chop it up. Some big chopped up onion. 2 cloves of garlic. Gonna take off that skin, smash it down with the knife, and just quickly chop it up. I kind of reformatted the way I do my videos a little bit, so hopefully you guys enjoy. This is 1 sprig of rosemary and 3 sprigs of oregano. As usual, I love using a lot of fresh herbs instead of adding a whole bunch of different salt products and everything just end up tasting the same. I like to incorporate a lot of herbs in my recipes. I need to have an herb garden. That's my dream. And we're going to chop this up fine as well. And of course, Mrs. Dash, you know, a recipe won't be a recipe with me if Mrs. Dash is not included in it somewhere. So this is the Mrs. Dash Extra Spicy. And some Walkerswood jerk seasoning. Not too much. It's about a tablespoon taken out of there. Maybe a little bit more than a tablespoon. A heaping tablespoon. Let's call it that. A heaping tablespoon. Coconut oil. And now all that water has been absorbed by my textured vegetable protein. And I'm just going to break that up a little bit. My tomato basil sauce. I place the coconut oil in the pan, let it heat up. Then I'm going to start sauteing my bell peppers and onions. And there it is, already sauteed. Slightly different format, like I said, trying something new. Added the texture protein, cook that down a little bit, and then we're going to add our sauce. And once that's stirred up, we'll let that cook for about maybe 5-10 minutes or so. Now next we're going back to the penne pasta. It is already boiled and drained. And I'm going to chop up a whole bunch of parsley here, and half of it's going to go with the pasta and the other half is going to go with carrots that you'll see later on in the video. So just chop this up fine. I'm going to put it on the side in a bowl and we'll use it when we need it. So now to my pasta, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of coconut oil. And also half of that chopped parsley is going to go in there. And we're just going to stir it up. Now you'll notice I didn't add any more salt to this because I already had salt to the water. And like I said, my household, we do low sodium pretty much as best as we possibly can for health reasons, of course. And I mean, honestly, just in general, a lot of people can probably stand to do without so much extra sodium. You'd be surprised if you really stand around and read all the nutrition labels on simple products. I mean, you'd be really surprised as to how much sodium's in there. So these are the ingredients we're going to use for our roasted carrots. I'm going to start by chopping up carrots that has already been washed and peeled. Cut those up. I'm going to add it to a bowl that's big enough that I can add all my ingredients and be able to mix everything together perfectly. A red onion, I'm only using half of this red onion. Again, you can select whatever onion you prefer. I like red for this one. I like the contrast of the color of the orange and the red. That's all it is. Make it look pretty. But if you want to use white, if you want to use the other half of the white onion from the sauce, go right ahead if you don't feel like having a bunch of onions in your fridge. Another sprig of rosemary. Again, we're going to chop this up fine. So we have our carrots, the onions, parsley, rosemary, and now we got another Mrs. Dash. Like I said, I love Mrs. Dash. So this one is going to be the Tableblend, and it's not quite a tablespoon that I'm adding to this. It's probably about 3/4 of a tablespoon. Then 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. And we're going to mix this all together. Make sure it's mixed well, that we incorporate all those ingredients together well. Some black pepper. And a little bit of Bob. Why I didn't do that from the very beginning before I start mixing it, to be honest with you, I forgot. I did. I forgot. My bad. So now we're going to remix that, make sure everything is well incorporated. Next, we're going to put it on some sheet pans. A little bit of coconut oil there, and I'm just going to use my hands and spread it all around. Spread out this carrot mixture in an even layer. Try not to have it stack. Have a big enough tray that it can stack well in one single layer. Make it 375 and you're good. Next, we're going to do some arugula and kale mixture, and I'm not even going to cook this. The reason why I have 2 vegetables, my husband's not a big fan of these type of vegetables. I love them. I can eat a whole bowl like this, no problem. So we start with the arugula and the kale. Then I had some shredded carrots in the fridge, so I decided to finish that up. Little black pepper. And yet again, another Mrs. Dash. I like lemon pepper with raw vegetables. I find that very tasty. So that's not going to be quite 2 tablespoons. As you can see, I didn't fill it to the very top and level it off, so it's about 3/4 of a tablespoon, like 2 of those. And then 1 tablespoon of the coconut oil. And this is my Bragg's aminos, liquid aminos. So 2 tablespoons of that. Yep, that's gonna be my salt for this recipe. And I'm gonna mix this up well. Honestly, you can eat it just like this, no problem. I mean, if this is the only thing you want to prepare for a nice salad dinner, this is perfect for me. Or even in a light lunch, this is perfect. But like I said, my husband, he's not a big fan, so I fix most of this for myself. I am going to put a little bit on his plate because I want him to at least have some greens. I'm going to try and force him to have some greens, but yeah. But I'm not going to cook these. I'm going to allow the microwave when I'm reheating the food to cook this. Yes, please go to Instagram and follow me. I'm Chef Fiona Fifi, and you get to see some pictures. And you also get a chance to see when I post. I also post something on there to let you see that I post something on YouTube as well, just in case you don't have the alerts on. By the way, if you subscribe to me, why you don't have the alerts on? I mean, I'm saying, help a sister out. Okay, never mind. I'm tired. It's late. And there's our pasta sauce. Going to do a 1/2 cup. And we're putting that over 1 cup of the penne. This was so quick and easy to make. Like if you just wanted to do the pasta with the sauce and that's it, of course you can stop there. But I mean, this was a really quick and easy meal to make. And there goes my roasted carrots. I just roasted them until they started to kind of caramelize in the oven. It took probably about 10 to 15 minutes because they're sliced so thin. And because the oven is at 350 degrees, it didn't take long at all. I had them at that point where they're not burnt. They just have a nice color to them. And they were super tasty. But I gave them all to my husband because I know at least he would eat that. Then I have my arugula and kale mixture. Yeah, pack it in. Just stuff it on in. It's fine. It's not gonna feel any pain. Just pack it on in. Now you may be saying, well, all this stuff is hanging out, right? I'm gonna get these lids on. I'm gonna show you in a second how I'm gonna get these lids on. Let's move those out the way. I'm just gonna take my lid and kind of scoop it over and then push the stems on the other side. And it perfectly sealed, no problem. Let's push it down. I'll see you next time.
Thank you for watching. I don't know what I'm wearing this week. It said a hooded bath towel, but it's a poncho. I don't get it. Anyway, yeah. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and share this video. That'll be so appreciated. I appreciate every single one of you that looks forward to my videos every week. I have been a little sloppy. I missed 2 videos so far, but I'm trying to get back on it. Life happens. And when it happens, it's a doozy. So yeah, but enjoy. Thank you so much.